Bertram! Bertram! There you are. Where is it? No, don't give me that. Where have you put it? Where is my Luigi figure? No, he's not next to Mario, Bertram. How do I know that? Because I have Mario right here. And what is this next to Mario? That's right, there's no Luigi. So where the hell is he? Ah! Bertram, where have you been keeping this figure? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, joined once again by my faithful manservant / Fucktotem Bertram. And this is my review for Persona 5 Strikers. Persona 5 Strikers was released recently for the PlayStation 4.
I just boarded the ferry
and
back
like some other lesser reviewers have stated, this game is very much a sequel to Persona 5. So much so that they could have called it
I found a list of individuals who are believed to be victims of changes of heart.
And why is that?
Persona 5
Of course.
sequel.
Not only was the document tampering by
Persona
Helsing
5,
but both
this
of the support of
time
Central Council
it's
too.
personal.
So their hearts.
I'm aware they are all terrible
Most
titles.
likely.
I
At very
am
least,
the world's
Medea's
greatest
benefiting
game
from whoever
reviewer,
has the power
not
to change
the world's
If we keep
greatest
digging into the
game
people from the list and their connections to Medea's, the mystery ought to solve
author,
itself. I'll bring everything I have for
person.
HQ once I'm ashore. I
So,
also plan to send it all
as
to the
I
local
have
precinct back on the
already
island.
stated,
Well done,
this
Hasegawa.
is a
You brought us
sequel
that
to
much
Persona
closer to solving this
5,
case.
but not
Commissioner.
a sequel to
Sure is a
Persona
good thing we didn't bust the
5
fan with
Royal,
thieves. Thanks to their help,
which
we might actually be able to blow this
introduced
case
new
wide open.
You
characters
seem pleased.
and an expanded ending.
Well,
Though,
it's just that
no doubt we'll get
From now on,
Persona
be ready for
5
things to swing into
Strikers
high gear at a
Royal
moment's notice.
somewhere
And keep your
down
eyes
the
open.
line,
At this point,
which
there's no
will
telling
really
between friend
muddy the
and foe.
waters.
I understand.
Very much like urine.
I'll report when I've arrived.
So, the story of this game has something in common with serial killers. They all copy what has come before. While Persona 5 Strikers follows Persona 5's plot almost beat for beat,
I wonder how Zenkichi's
serial
investigation is
killers
going.
all have
He did say he'd
incestuous
contact us once he figured
relationships
something
with
out,
their
But
mothers.
it's never easy to wait.
This is true. Look it up. And for those of you
All
who
we can do
don't
right now
know
is put
what
our faith in him.
incest
He's
is,
the only one
let's
who can
just
get the job.
say serial
up relying on
killers
him a
do
lot, huh?
more with
All
their
of us wish to uncover the
mothers
truth behind this
than
case.
just sample their
In this,
cooking.
our goals are aligned.
If you
That's right. As
catch
long as we
my
stay on the
drift.
lookout for jails, we'll be
So,
doing our
I already
But
said
Fred,
Persona
we'll arrive
5
in
Strikers
soon.
copies a lot of the
Sophia,
same plot points from
something
Persona 5. But how so?
Nothing unusual,
You might
Detective.
be
Not
wondering.
even what I felt in
Well,
Okinawa.
Both games have
doesn't
a
have a jail then?
phantom thieves
Strange.
navigating a
Hunter
dungeon
is quite
with
populated,
the
so I
purpose of
figured we would find at
changing
least one.
someone's
Yeah,
heart.
if only we could fast
Someone who will, after an eventual boss fight, see the error of their ways and confess
Sure
to
hope
their
Oric was
crimes.
okay. With any luck,
The
she'll get out
main villain in
unscathed.
both games
Why are
is
you
very
of all
similar.
people a monarch?
and even have
How
the
did it
same
come to
boss
this?
fight music. Though, admittedly, in Strikers, it is a remixed version.
Connie-chan!
And in both games, when you think the story is coming to a close, some otherworldly threat presents itself, and you have to go and kick its ass, so to speak.
Kane, that's not true.
Now don't misunderstand
We're not the bad
me.
guys here.
This does not make Strikers a
He's
bad
right.
game.
I don't know who told you
No,
what,
no,
but
no,
we're
no,
innocent.
no. Just a rather predictable one. Say what you want about Final Fantasy 13-2 or Lightning Returns,
Honey-ton.
but at least those sequels were very different to Final Fantasy 13. Oh, and if you're listening to this, Lightning, I am still waiting for your answer to my marriage proposal.
Get down already, or they're
Moving
gonna
on.
see you.
Speaking of otherworldly threats, the true final boss of this game is called the Ark of the Covenant. Yes, as in Indiana Jones'
Okane's
Ark of the Covenant.
Somewhere.
And if you recall, the true final boss of Persona 5 was called the Holy Grail.
Their voices coming
Yes,
from up ahead.
as in Monty Python and the
Looks
Holy
like we're taking
Grail.
this elevator if
So,
we're going any
both
further.
of these games have
Except that it's
final
locked.
bosses heavily inspired
PERSONA-LLY.
by Christianity.
Just a few seconds.
So I imagine if there is a follow-up to this game, the final boss of that will be Jesus Christ himself, brandishing a machine gun that shoots crucifixes at you.
All right, backing in.
Or
Make sure you back me up.
something less comical. Let's backtrack a little before I give everything about the game away. So, I already mentioned the dungeons. In the first game, these were called palaces. But in Persona 5 Strikers, they are called jails. Essentially, these are darker versions of the character's own world. If it helps you, just think of it like Narnia, or Wonderland, or the inside of Johnny Depp's head. Each of these jails will have their own villain, who is controlling and or abusing people in the real world. So for example, the first villain in the game is a fashion designer called Alice, who steals people's desires so that they will become obsessed with her, buy her clothes, her merchandise, send her their pool, etc., etc. Now, the structure of the jails themselves is as follows. Travel through the dungeon to a certain point. Leave the dungeon so the characters can use the bathroom. Re-enter the dungeon and travel up to a certain point. Leave the dungeon so the characters can refuel with coffee and cans of Monster. Re-enter the dungeon, and so on and so forth, until you eventually beat the boss. Now, you travel into the jail to change the
I
villain's
assume
heart.
that's Konoe's castle.
Rather ironic,
So, we
I
have our
think,
destination.
considering
Time
most
to get
people
moving.
would like to stay
Show me how
as
it's
far
done.
away as possible from a jail, and our heroes freely venture into them. Maybe
What is it,
they
Oracle?
just want to know if the whole
Check it out.
dropping the soap in the shower scenario actually happens. Oh, and if you happen to believe my jokes about the characters needing the bathroom and drinking cans of Monster, then you are very gullible indeed, and should be ashamed of yourself. But, thank you for laughing. We all know these things only happen in Hideo Kojima's games.
Let's get going.
Prison.
While I've already
Guess I'll know once I get there.
hammered you over the head with what Strikers copies from
Greetings,
Persona
good
5,
Have you seen
I
any
do
evil
wish the
doers
player
nearby?
choices from Persona
If you do
5
see
carried
any,
over to
please
this
report
game,
it immediately.
especially
Our
the
hero
romance
will then come to
options.
change their
In
heart.
Persona
Akira is our
5,
one
I
true
romanced
hero.
Anne.
He is the only one who
And
can
it
save
would have
the
been
world.
nice to
Akira
see
will
that
keep everyone
relationship
safe with
developed
the power
here.
to change hearts.
Imagine,
He will
we
protect
could
our
have
way of
seen
life.
how our character and Anne coped
Must be
with their
referring to Noah.
long-distance relationship.
He's a superhero.
Perhaps our character
this is
found
how he
out that
views
Anne was having an
Ironic that the
affair.
villain is playing the
So
hero.
he dressed up in his Phantom Thief attire and paid the gentleman a little visit in the middle of the night. Perhaps our character cut off the gentleman's genitals and, regardless,
Does that mean we're the villains?
if you are expecting any of your choices from Persona 5 to carry over to this game, I'm here to tell you that sadly they do not. What I actually love about this game is the decision to give it a more hack and slash variety of combat as opposed to the turn-based RPG mechanics of Persona 5. As most of you who even bother to watch my reviews will be aware, I love hacking and slashing. You see, it all started when I found out my first wife was having an affair. So, I got dressed up in my Phantom Thief attire and paid the gentleman a little visit in the middle of the night. So I proceeded to cut off the gentleman's genitals and video games. I love hack and slash video games.
They had their heads up their
Yes, nothing like that actually happened in real life. Oh, what video games, you're asking? Well, games like Bayonetta, Metal Gear Rising, and Devil May Cry. So, Persona 5 Striker's choice to emulate those types of games was a welcome decision. If you love Persona 5, then I'm sure you will love Persona 5 Strikers. And if you did not love Persona 5, then I have to ask what's wrong with you and recommend that you seek help at your earliest convenience. But let's be honest, why would you play this game if you haven't at least played through Persona 5? So in conclusion, Persona 5 Strikers really is Persona 5.5, and that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. While I didn't love Strikers quite as much as 5, I still think it's an amazing game. Therefore, I am going to score Persona 5 Strikers an 8 out of 10. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My review for Persona 5 Strikers. If you enjoyed this little review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it so much, well then, feel free to give me a thumbs down. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, bell button thingy. But remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Yes. Now, Bertram, we're going to talk about where exactly you put that Luigi figure, and if I don't like your answer, you're going out the bloody window. Oh yes, oh yes.